Hey everyone, Greg here. As you may know by now, I'm the co-founder and CEO of TripShock, an online reseller for water sports and tours. For the past 12 years, we've had the pleasure of working with hundreds of operators across the country, and we're looking to grow our community. It's free to sign up, and you only pay when we bring you confirmed bookings. We'll help you reach new customers, fill empty seats, and grow your business like so many have done with us over the years. Head over to partners.tripshock.com to learn more about our program, read testimonials, or speak directly with our supply team. As always, thank you for listening and enjoy the show. Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 63 of the Awkward Watersport Guys podcast. Today we're going to be interviewing James Garretson, owner-operator of WakeZone Watersports in Marathon, Florida. But you might know him from the hit Netflix show Tiger King.
Yeah, that's how everybody knows James Garretson, owner of WakeZone Watersports.
Yeah, WakeZone Watersports.
Everyone's always like, yeah, James, like, because I know people who know him in Key West, and they're always like, yeah, James from WakeZone. No, ever. They're always like, James from Tiger King.
It was a very interesting episode, and you know, James is definitely a water sport person. There's no other way to explain it. And,
James is James. There's like, pretty sure there's nobody like James. Like, I mean, he's a water sport person. He's a big cat tiger person. Like, James is James, man. James is, and for all, like, you know, for all intent and purpose, not that this is like the most super kid friendly show, but if your buddy Kevin is telling you to remove your children from the vehicle, if you're listening this, definitely this is a rated R episode. If you are offended easily, do not listen to this episode because, I mean, just full disclosure, you've seen Tiger King. It was clearly a shit show of a situation, and James's story is no less of a hilarious shit show. So definitely, this is not for the faint, the weak of weary. We got off the path of like business conversation. This was a wild ass episode. Strapping.
Yeah, you know, on the Awkward Watersport Guys, we like to have fun and talk business, but at the same time, we don't have very many rules. And I edit very little out of the show. So we want to have fun. We want to get to know people. And I think that's what makes the show very authentic and why all you keep coming back and listening. But it's really cool that there's actually a celebrity that owns a water sport business. Whether or not you want to say James is a celebrity or not, I mean, in my eyes, like, I love the Tiger King. I think the show's hilarious. The shit that went down is just, you wouldn't even think about it in your dreams, you know, all the crap that Joe Exotic did. And then here you got James, like, kind of in the middle of it. It just, it's hysterical. And he's just
fucking the dude's like authentic, man. Like, I mean, and he does not give a fuck what anybody thinks of him. Like, that is 100% for certain. Like, the dude, he's like, he is unapologetically him. And so, man, getting to talk to him was, I wish that we had video, because there was a time that I felt like my face was going to explode, like off my head was going to explode. Like, my face was like so red, and I had my hand over my mouth like this, and because there was like 25 seconds of me laughing for 25 seconds.
I think I laughed on this show more than I ever have in any other previous show.
Man, dude, I've been so, like, my entire life, dude, like, I have always been drawn to like original, authentic people, man. And the more like wacky and the more funny and the more, you know, just people who don't fucking give a shit, like, the more I love to hear those kind of stories. And I just like my giddy level. So the thing is that, and I think I talk about it a little bit in the story, but I was watching Tiger King 2 and I completely got derailed. I was in episode 2. I was hooked. I was in, and I'm going to watch. I got to continue to watch it. But when I realized that James was like in Destin at some point, and then we did a little due diligence and found out that he owned a water sport company, because I had no idea before the show. And when he said that he had a water sport company, like, everything in my life stopped at that moment. Like, my kids, my wife, my whole entire world just froze in time. And I was like, I've got to get this fucking guy on the show. Like, I will do anything. Like, I would have.
And you texted me. I remember you texted me and said, "Call me," like an exclamation point.
So
he's like, "Did you know the guy from Tiger King owns a water sport company?" And I just said, honestly though, like how many people that in pop culture, own a water sport. I mean, it's like they all own restaurants and big businesses, but who owns like a water sport company? Like you're just not going to find that. And I think it's great. And plus, like, I think he's going to be in our community now. I think he joined our Facebook group, so he's in there if you want to ask him any questions.
He loves it. So I had to change the meme. Like you didn't have the original meme like on the post. You put the post out. I don't know if you noticed I changed a picture from like the post that you made, but I had to because it wasn't the original meme. So if you go back and look at your post on the AWG from the Awkward Watersports Guys Facebook page, like I changed it to the original meme. That's like he's got like the center fielder sunglasses on, I'm talking like the big crazy Oakleys, and he's so serious, like riding the fucking jet ski. And that was the other thing about him is that like not just from the Tiger King, but that picture. I mean, I would love to look at the analytics on that picture and see like how many times it's been downloaded or how viewed or whatever, because it is like it's like a fucking legit meme. And so I mean, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't get starstruck like that easily. There's like maybe a handful of people where I'll be like, oh my God, it's like so-and-so, like if, like maybe like Kevin Hart or something, I'd be like, oh, it's Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle, like one of these like really funny comedians. But if it was like somebody from like a reality TV show or a series, like I would not give a shit. But like the fact that it was like James, it was like him like on a jet ski, like I love all of that like kooky shit, dude. And I think it's so funny that he's so involved in it.
I would rather have interviewed James any day compared to like Tom Hanks or anything, because he's actually in our industry, right? Yeah. Like he's like he basically recorded this. You don't get to see the video, but he recorded it at his booth, like at his like check-in location for his jet ski. He had all his jet skis in the background. You can tell like he's a very passionate person for water. How rare is that in in our celebrity culture, right?
Yeah,
runs the jet ski tours, like that's badass.
I didn't even want to ask him that much about Tiger King shit, because I figured like maybe he was kind of like maybe sick of talking about it.
He loved talking about it.
He loved it, man. Like he's all about it, dude. He's like, I'm gonna fight Jeff Lowe and fucking just like fuck Carol Baskin and all that shit. I'm like, yes. Yeah, because I don't know if anybody else is like that excited about like, but I just think that's just kind of how the dude is. I mean, he's running jet ski tours. He's excited about jet ski tours. He's like fucking doing Tiger King shit. He's excited about doing Tiger King shit. You know what I mean? He's just like, I guess when he's all in, he's fucking like all in.
You ready to do this or what?
Yeah, let's do this interview.
Let's go.
Hey guys, we're back here with James Garretson, owner of WakeZone Watersports, but you may know him from the hit Netflix show Tiger King. James, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, appreciate you having me.
Yeah, and James, you might be the most famous person in water sports, like Kevin said, so this is actually pretty exciting.
Yeah, we're stoked, man. Mostly it's
maybe the most famous meme, is the fat guy memes, everybody like when, all I gotta do is pretty much say, you ever see the little fat guy on the jet ski? Yeah, that's me. I'm losing weight now because I'm on a diet because I want to beat the shit out of that Jeff Lowe guy. So we're going to try to have a boxing match with him or, beat him up. But, so I'm trying to lose 100 pounds.
I box and do MMA, man. Fucking my boy, shout out Rashad Harper in Key West is an MMA trainer. You should go check out Rashad in Key West, dude. He's a total fucking.
Yeah, I go to a lot of fights. I go to pretty much all the fights. We have, Khabib's organizations. They have a fight the 28th of this month. Bare Knuckles the 19th. So I try to go to all those events I can. Pretty cool.
So James, we like to just have everyone just intro themselves on the show to get a little bit to know about how they got into water sports. I'm just really curious to hear about how you got on the water sports because,
I've always liked jet skis, obviously, and I don't know if I like them too much anymore. But I rented jet skis on some lakes in Texas, and then went down to Galveston and to Texas, and then came to the Keys on vacation, found a location 8 years ago, and just kind of set up. So I've been here ever since. I took off a little time during Irma, but, You know,
I feel like there's so much here, man. So like, I want to first start. If anybody is unfamiliar, James is a fucking meme. James is actually a meme. He's on a jet ski, riding a jet ski, serious. He's got the fucking like the badass like Oakley sunglasses on. And so if you don't,
my whole epic.
Yes. if you're unclear, just Google like fucking James Garretson jet ski Tiger King meme, dude. Like dude, look, when I saw you riding one of fucking Charles Soplanis from Boogie's jet skis, like me and my partner were watching the second season, and I was like, that's fucking one of Charles's fucking jet skis. My partner's like, no, it can't be. I'm like, I'm telling you, dude, those giant numbers on the front of those skis, that is fucking one of his skis. And then the next scene, you're walking through the harbor walk. I stopped watching the show. I haven't even watched it since then because I'm like, fucking find this guy, email this fucking guy. We've got to fucking, I had no idea you owned a jet ski company.
Dude, I love Destin, man.
So excited.
Destin is my favorite place. That's where I wanted to be, but you know, I'm the small guy. I couldn't handle with all you big wigs there with a million jet skis and a 55,000 pontoon boats. You know,
it's a little ridiculous, man. So
I love it, man.
How long ago did you start your business?
I started in 2012, and you know, I've been going pretty ever since. You know, jet skis, pontoons, those charter boats behind me are my boats. So
you run tours, right? Like you actually go out and like, do you still run ski tours?
Yeah, I'm running one today. You know, I'll run them 7-8 times a day. You know, usually. I'm getting kind of old to be on that fucker every day, but. You know, I do. I pretty much run them, man. These young kids can't hang. They bitch and whine and cry, and they just can't hang.
Dude, you gotta fucking love jet skis more than anybody I know, bro. I don't know anybody in the game who's that seasoned and still runs tours themselves. Like, I see you on Facebook and on Instagram, and you're doing like you did. You're like Santa Claus on the jet ski, and I'm like, this motherfucker really loves jet skis.
Oh
dude.
yeah,
like,
I do. I'll get on my jet ski and go ride. Fuck, I've been to the Bahamas a couple times. I've ridden from here to Key West to Key Largo. I mean, I've been everywhere on the damn jet skis. I love it. You know,
it's wild. You're like, I get the feeling like you're a serial entrepreneur though too. Like you got other shit going besides just jet skis, right?
Yeah, man. I'm doing I'm writing a show. It's gonna be pretty good. It's called The Stripper House. It's gonna be a reality show involving strippers. I've dabbled in that strip club industry for 20 years, had some clubs. So I'm doing this reality show with 20 strippers living in a house, all living and working together. And I'm going to probably start filming a pilot next year. And it's going to be cool. And I'm going to add a lot of jet skis, boats, a lot of water sport stuff in it. But hopefully somebody buys it, you know? It's going to be pretty good, you know?
And then what? Because you gotta like rehash my memory. I'm terrible about preparing for podcasts. We just talk to everybody like they're our buddies, man. And you're like of the same fucking kind of dude that we all are in water sports. But where was like, dude? I'm just like, well, how do so you've been in water sports for 8 years? Where does it tie into all the Tiger King shit come in? If you're running water sports, like how are you even involved with the caps and all that?
Hey, let me ask you a question. Did y'all watch Tiger King 2?
I did not see the second. I saw the second episode when I realized you were in the jet ski business. I was like, that's all I need to know, man. I'm in.
I watched Tiger King too.
Okay, well then you know this guy right here behind me. He's my pretty booth girl, Tim Clark.
Oh, okay.
Seen him on the show?
Y'all getting tiger drunk?
Yeah, all kinds of characters around here.
Yeah.
But so how it all tied in, really, I've always had jet skis, even beyond having jet ski businesses or being in the jet ski business. I've always owned jet skis. I've had jet skis since I was probably 17, 18 years old. So I've always rode jet skis. But, you know, I'm in the tiger business too. I have a couple pet tigers. I've had tigers for 25 years. Still do. And so I knew Joe and all of those clowns on that show. I've known them for years. And, you know, I don't know. You know, it's just all kind of – I always did jet skis, strip bars. I'm like got severe ADD, so I've always got to have something going on. So, you know, it's just – it all just came together. It's just weird, you know.
So you still to this day have pet tigers?
Yeah, I do. I have exotic animals. I have camels and shit, you know, all that stuff. Out in Texas.
Camels?
Yeah. I'm a weird fucker, let me tell you.
So what did you do before the jet ski business then? What was your business before the jet ski business?
I own bars and nightclubs, and a strip bar.
And that's all in Oklahoma, or is it?
No. I had a ranch in Oklahoma, and I sold it. But I'm pretty much from Dallas, Fort Worth.
Okay.
So I had bars around there, regular bars, strip bars. And then I got out, met a broad. She was like, no more strip bar. Got out of the strip bar business. That lasted about 6 months. And now I'm ready to do it again. So I'm looking. I'd love to have one in Destin.
Oh,
well,
me, dude.
yeah, you miss all the. So in Destin, someone tried to open up a strip bar, and apparently the city and the community didn't want it, but it was zoned in the right place. So the city had to buy them out for like over $2 million.
Yeah.
So, and then they changed the laws. So Destin, but in Okaloosa Island, I still think there's a few.
Yeah, there's one. I think I looked at one a couple years ago. The guy already has another strip bar in Destin, and then he has an empty building. I think it's called 10 or something.
Club 10, yeah.
10 is the empty one, right?
Yeah.
But he wouldn't sell
Club
it.
10 on the.
He didn't want any competition, but the guy that owns another club there, and I talked to him, but he doesn't want no competition.
So you have an operation in Tampa as well, or did you move down to Keys?
No, I'm pretty much just in the Keys now. I have I'm just pretty much here in Marathon. I'm gonna go dabble in Key West here pretty soon. I found a dog space. I'm gonna go play with those big boys here pretty soon. But I have 2 stands here in Marathon, one at the Marriott and then one here at Porky's Bayside. Have y'all been to this place before?
I have, yeah.
And there's those piece of shit Sparks back there. I had to buy those, but I didn't have anything else. The worst jet ski ever made.
Yeah, I think if you got in the jet ski business since the inception of the Sparks, everyone's made that mistake. Like that's in our group, in our Facebook group, we're like, don't, like, that should be pinned at the top. Like, if this is your first year, whatever you do not buy fucking Sparks. You will be, oh man, I had this lady, man. One of my guys put it was like a 600 pounds, man. She had to be like 300 pounds, dude. And they flipped the damn thing in like about 3 feet of water, dude. And you would have thought that they were out in shark infested fucking oceans, man. And we were out there till probably 1 o'clock in the morning trying to get the water out of that thing. But it was fucked. It was game over.
Oh yeah, you ought to see my fat ass try to get on that little 2-up. I'm almost 300 fucking pounds, and I have to have somebody hold the front down while I climb my ass on the back. Or go from the wave runner, get on the back of that, and then jump on the Spark. And
so, James, let me ask you: has the Tiger King shit brought you? Like, have you used, like, obviously there's some stuff on your website that's like Jet Ski King, but do you ever try to tie some of that in with your marketing, or use that marketing to your advantage?
Not really.
Does it help in any way?
It doesn't. I have a lot of haters, man. I have a lot of haters. People. When you make good moves and you're successful, man, you got a lot of haters. And I was really the snitch on that show too, so I don't get, I get a bad rap. But I think I did.
You were the villain, right?
Yeah, I'm the villain. I'm the one that put the Tiger Queen in prison. And I actually thought, since he loves men so much, I was doing him a favor to put him in there with 400 or 500 other men, but people frown upon it.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
But, I don't know. They might get him out. If they get him out, then, fuck, probably going to kill me or something. I don't know. I just want to beat up that Jeff Lowe guy. I just want to knock that do-rag right off his head. That's all I want to do.
No, honestly, to me, Jeff Lowe's the villain in the show.
I thought he was.
Jeff Lowe's a turd. I mean, what 56, 57-year-old man dresses like that? I haven't seen an Affliction shirt in fucking years. I mean, when you got an Affliction shirt and a do-rag, and you're a fucking douchebag, in my opinion.
It sounds like, honestly, it sounds like Jeff Lowe conned his way all the way to the top. Like, I don't think that guy has a moral bone in his body. I mean, that's just for me looking at watching the show, but.
Yeah, I know. I'm the one that got fucked with a load of toasters. The load of toasters. The fucking.
What are you talking about?
The cocksucker. Yeah, it was in season 2, but the cocksucker sold me a $24,000 load of broken toasters.
And the people, people's house are catching on fire. Hey everyone, we're going to take a quick break and talk about our sponsors for the month, AMP Agency. AMP is a full-service digital marketing agency that specializes in tour, rental, and destination marketing.
We would not have sponsors on the show if we could not vouch for them ourselves. AMP Agency does a bunch of stuff for Destiny Water Adventures personally. I 100% vouch for this guy. I've handed them over to other companies in the past before they officially became a sponsor, and they have had nothing but great things to say. If you guys are doing your own marketing and doing a piss poor job of it, do yourselves a favor. Hand yourselves over to AMP Agency, specifically Steve Edwards, their CEO, will call you personally and have a great conversation with you about what you guys need to do for your marketing.
Listen, guys, they do pretty much everything in digital marketing. Website development, maintenance, Google AdWords, PPC, graphic design, social media management, SEO, and a myriad of other things. When you choose a marketing company, it's so important to choose a company that knows your industry. And AMP Agency knows activity marketing, especially water sports and tours. They got a promo going for Awkward Watersport Guys listeners for their managed websites. Use promo code Awkward Podcast when you go to amp.agency. Again, that's amp.agency, promo code Awkward Podcast. You get 3 months free and get started with AMP Agency. All right, guys, let's get back to the show.
I did liquidation. I bought and sold those truckloads of shit and stuff. And he had this deal one day. He came to me and said, James, man, I got this $168,000 retail load of brand new toasters. So I'm like, oh, why the fuck face $24,000 or whatever the fuck it was. And all these things showed up at my house, and man, they were all crushed in and cords missing and shit. So I tried to sell what I had in my store, what worked. I mean, out of 3,800 toasters, maybe 100 worked. So this lady comes in my store one day bitching because her fucking husband got almost electrocuted by this toaster. Caught on fire and shit. I sold it for like $5. I was just trying to get anything I could get back out of this truck. So yeah, I got fucked on these toasters, man. They're still in my warehouse, like 3,000 fucking broken toasters. Yeah, he's a fucking shitbag.
What the fuck, dude?
The guy's a fucking real turd, and his wife's a fucking bitch.
You don't need the strippers, bro. You just need cameras following you around, like
my life's a fucking
toasters.
No, we need to get those toasters and get your logo, and then you can give them away to people that rent jet skis.
Well, people like yesterday, Tiger King was bigger in Europe and overseas, so we have a lot of overseas visitors, and every one of these motherfuckers come up, and they're like, "You got any more toasters left?"
Oh my god!
And then the marina, we built one of those big chairs, and it says, it has my painting of me and whatever on the front. I didn't want it. I really don't even like to look at myself or like do the whole like celebrity type bullshit, but I mean, it's all right.
You're handsome. You're handsome as the day is long. Get out of here.
I'm going to lose this pretty soon. I'm going to whoop Jeff Lowe's ass. But then I won't be noticeable, man. If I'm skinny, then he's going to notice me or anything. So,
I'm pretty sure everyone will notice you. James, all you got to do is start talking, bro. Look at everybody's going to notice you, dude. It's like you have no problem being noticed, my man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think you guys ought to come to the Keys and let me go to Destin. Well, let's swap places.
Fuck, let's do it, man.
Hey,
I miss that little bar, the boathouse or whatever. You know the little boathouse?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love that place.
Yeah, man.
It's funny because I was talking to some of our operators in Destin, and they're like, I told them like, yeah, I think we're going to be interviewing James with Tiger King. They're like, oh yeah, that guy rented from me. And like I think two different people. So you've been renting from a few different companies up there when you're traveling because they definitely remembered you.
Yeah, we used the girls that worked at Boogie's, to do the little jet ski scene in the documentary. I thought they were going to show more of their faces and stuff because they were all pretty hot, but I don't know. But we're going to do some other cool jet ski shit,
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
How many skis do you got now?
I've got about 20, 25.
That's nothing to scoff at, man. And how many boats you got?
I don't have. Well, I bought more boats yesterday. I bought those Skillcrafts, so I'll have about 10 or 15 boats. And then I have I have 2 charter boats, and you probably know that boat with the blue top right there. That's Sunset's old
Reefbound.
That's Reefbound. What a piece of shit! But I think I got it all worked out. It's only tried to sink a couple times, and
Oh man, that boat's got a lot of provenance, man. I remember that boat when it used to go into the Casa Marina, man. When I was a rookie parasail captain, that had to be damn near 15 years ago, man. And was before they had it. There was an old captain that used to have it, and the dude, I think he sold it because he ran over like a homeless guy like in the middle of the night. He had a couple drinks,
Really?
and he ran somebody over with it, and so
We got a
selling the
parasail boat in our marina. That one over there. It's called Airborne. They're out of Duck, North Carolina.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
At Porky's?
Yep.
I know not in Marathon. I knew a couple guys that were trying to get parasail going out of there. It always seemed to be like a real tough, like a tough business parasailing a marathon to make any kind of real money.
These guys are doing good, but I mean, they're really safe. They're good guys. And Alex Winter's the guy that owns it, and then Dan's been a captain down here forever. So they're pretty good guys. They have a pretty good business, but, not like Destin or Key West or anything like that shit.
Man, all right, Greg. So, what are your Tiger King questions? I want to know. Like, I don't even remember it. I got James the fucking jet ski king. That's how I like.
I'd never watched the first Tiger King. I never even watched it. I seen like bits and clips of it, so I never watched it because I just like those guys all piss me off. Like, I want to whoop all of them, and so I never really watched it. I watched the second one.
You said people were going after, like, giving you guys, like, bad Yelp reviews and shit, giving the company bad reviews?
Putting all kinds of bullshit. Like, my jet skis had sardine oil on them and shit. Just dumb shit from the show. And I got, like, 50 bad reviews during COVID when the keys were closed, but then the Tiger King was released. And it was when we were not even open, but people are just dickheads. I get all kinds of, shit. I had a guy yesterday, man. The dude hit me up. I mean, I wish I could share this to you, but this little gay dude fucking hits me up and says, "Man, were you Joe's ex-husband?" And then he just offered to give me a blowjob and shit. I'm like, dude, I'm straight, man. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you, but I'm straight.
What the
That's
fuck?
a way to get fucked up coming at me like that. But
oh my god.
Yeah,
man.
so I mean, I've had some weird shit. I've had death threats, bomb threats, bomb in the jet ski, bomb on the boat.
No, and not even a little bit. Do I know?
and then they hate me because I'm friends with this guy that fishes for sharks up in Miami. You know Mark the Shark, right?
Now, somebody just told me about this guy yesterday, dude. Like so that name just got brought up to me yesterday. I don't, but a buddy of mine does. What does he do?
Well, he's a shark fisherman. He's real controversial. He kills everything. He's just a shark fisherman. He just whatever. And I'll go fish on his boats, and then when I get on his boat, since I have tigers too, PETA hates us. So PETA's giving us death threats and doing all this other shit. It's pretty crazy, but he's a real controversial shark guy. But his antics are funny. He's always GoPro and people puking on the boat, and I mean, you just got to go to his Instagram page and watch the guy. Really great guy. But yeah, some people just dislike him. I like the guy. And
he kills sharks, like fishes them, and he catches them and kills them.
Yeah. I mean, he's a real shark fisherman, but we have too many sharks out there anyway. I mean, and people get pissed off with that. Because I have a shark boat here that I kind of resembled off of Mark's. It's the same boat. It's a Hatteras, 50 Hatteras. And we do a little shark fishing here. But the Keys, how the Keys are.
Oh, yeah.
People get all fucking stupid on you. So I'm still kind of like the black sheep.
Yeah. Well, I think in the water sports, we're all somewhat of black sheeps. That's just kind of how it comes with the territory. James, I got questions for you. I mean, I'm a fan of the show.
You got it.
Carol Baskin, what's up? Like, I watched the second season, and you seem to think that she did kill her husband. And I'm just curious for you to kind of tell us what your thoughts are, because it seems like some crazy shit going on.
Oh, yeah. So here's the deal. Carol Baskin is a murdering fucking bitch. Forgive my French. I hate the lady. She's a worthless pile of shit. And hopefully she watches this show and sees it again. But she met Dawn on Nebraska Avenue. Nebraska Avenue is where all the hookers hang out in Tampa. So Carol Baskin was a hooker. You can sue me, Carol. I don't give a fuck. Because, so Dawn picked her up, and they started this relationship. They were already both married and whatever. So she basically Dawn was worth probably 10, 20 million. He just disappears one fucking day. The guy's healthy, and she's made up so many different lies and tried to refute being involved in it. But her story keeps changing, and then the handyman helped Carol. His name's Kenny Farr. And their stories just keep changing. All the will and everything was all forged. It was all traced from their marriage license. And she's involved, but she's real powerful because she has so much damn money now. She's probably worth $50 million, liquid probably. And that sheriff won't do anything to her. You know, they have enough to arrest her. They just won't. So now, last week, this big celebrity attorney named Alex Spiro, he offered to take the case, to build the case and to present it to the DA. And I think that bitch is going to jail this year. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
And she hates me. I was her first victim. I mean, I had tigers not too far from her, and she made my life hell from 2004 to 2009, and she's just a bitch.
She's like anti. Does she? I can't remember. You'll have to refresh our memories, but she's got like, she protects tigers or has tigers. Like what's her claim?
She has tigers in cages off of Main Street. So she claims me and all those Tiger King clowns are all roadside zoos and animal exploiters. But she does the same thing. She's right next to a mall, open to the public. She does the same thing everybody else is doing. She's just a hypocrite. And, you know, she just has different views, but she hangs out with all these senators and she's trying to get laws passed. And, I mean, she's just a hypocrite. And
but there's like a constituents of people that like fucking hate her too, right? I've always seen like the fuck Carol Baskin or whatever.
But the thing is, I think it just seems, just from my view of seeing everything, that Joe, Jeff, Carol, they're out there. They're all.
Listen, we're all pretty fucked up. I'll put myself in that category. I mean, I've owned tigers since I was 17. I mean, that's a pretty fucked up individual to have tigers in the backyard. So we're all kind of screwed up. Now, Jeff just does it so he can meet girls, you know. Carol does it for money. Joe, I don't even know what his deal is. I mean, it was more about him than the tiger. He thought he was this superstar 20 years ago. You know, he dressed weird, had all these gay marriages and meth, and I mean, I don't know. He just wanted to be famous his whole life. Now he's famous. How
many times have you been to his zoo? Like, what is that zoo like? I mean, it looks like a shit show.
Well, it's not any shittier than Carol's place, but I mean, it wasn't bad when he first started, but Carol started suing him. He had to raise all this money to keep, because Carol comes at you with 7 or 10 attorneys. She just fucking stalks you and harasses you to the point you just give up. So that's what, you know, Carol did. She forced him into a position where he had to breed more, and, you know, it just
sounds like what my wife did to me.
Yeah, you know you know them bitches.
Maybe keep breeding, having kids, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm not having any more kids, man. I'm telling you, fuck that shit. But I'm out on that. I have a 6-year-old and a 22-year-old. Look at that fucking time gap. But the 6-year-old, I got raped in Vegas one night.
I'm sorry, the 6 what? The 6 what? Got who?
The 6-year-old, I got raped in Vegas one night. I got raped in Vegas. No,
I was like, I thought you said the 6-year-old.
You know, women are always claiming rape.
You
ever hear a guy claim rape?
No, cut it out.
Yeah, see,
what just happened?
Yeah, see, I guess guys can't be raped or whatever, but
no. You're fine. You got raped in Vegas, and then you had you had a 6-year-old. I got it.
Yeah, but he's cool. He's a little jet skier. He's 6. He fucking. We're teaching him how to spearfish and shit. Well, I'm not. I don't get in the water. I'm too fucking. I don't know. The only time I get in the water is when I get these fucking seaweed out of these machines. Yeah. Which right now, usually our marina's caked with seaweed right now, you know?
Yeah. So last year, would you say last year was your best year? I mean, I think everyone pretty had a
I mean, we had a jamming year because Keys, everybody from South Florida was coming to the Keys every weekend. I mean, we had a lot of drama because, you know, the Miami crew is pretty rough, you know, on equipment. You know, they just run this shit like they stole it. You know, run it in this.
Oh, we know.
I got this one jet ski right here. It's got about 1,500 hours. That fucking jet ski has run over everything down here in the Keys. It's ran into every boat, every fucking dock. And, you know, yeah, it's pretty crazy. But, no, business has been good, you know, other than the fuel prices and parts. And, you know, I'm always ordering shit. I went to Revis yesterday. They told me it's going to be May before I even get any bumpers. So, I mean, it's just crazy.
Kevin, don't you use something with bumpers, or was it Jason from Extreme H2O? He uses like horse mats or something and they do like this, do a bunch of customization shit on the skis just to kind of make it work.
Yeah, I've seen him do something like I don't do it, but now I'm gonna go over there and go stalk his shit and see what he's doing so I can save my bumpers. But
yeah, I mean, I bought a brand new ski right behind me the other day, and I pushed it off the dock, and the fucking bumper fell the fuck off of it. Like,
that was a Sea-Doo?
Yeah, no, it was a Yamaha. These Sea-Doos are like fucking tanks. I mean, that is, I don't know if it was GTX, the 130s.
Yeah.
Man, they're tanks. I love the holes, man. If you could just take all the shit out of a Yamaha motor-wise, put it in one of those Sea-Doos, man, it's the ultimate rental.
You go on vacation, you're like, let's rent a fucking jet ski, man. Like, nobody, like, the meme is the real deal. Like, that's not a fucking meme. That's your life, bro.
There goes the parasail guys.
The parasail guys are going on.
This is Skippy. This is the mate. You see Skippy?
Hey, Skippy.
He came on vacation from Iowa and just fucking stayed.
From Iowa?
Iowa? Yeah, Iowa and just fucking stayed. So he's
well, yeah, because Iowa's awful. So tell me, so that's where all that Tiger King shit happened was in Oklahoma?
Yeah, it was all in Oklahoma. I had a place there in Oklahoma too, with where I had my big cats, and I've known Joe since I've known him for 20 years. But the reason I got involved is he was doing some dumb shit to tigers. You know, he was they were skinning them and doing some bullshit, selling them to meat markets and stuff. That's why I got involved. I mean, I could have cared less if he killed Carol. I mean, nobody gives a fuck about her. But, I got involved on the animal part, and then I got sucked into this murder for hire and all this drama. If I had to do it again, I wouldn't have done it because, man, I got sucked into all kinds of shit, how to wear a wire and all that. I don't know. Kind of regret all that, but doing some dumb shit.
So, like, refresh my memory. You had to wear a wire?
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I guess I have a memory I lived in Keys too for way too long. So all that island living destroyed a lot of my brain. Kids, don't do drugs.
Don't do fucking meth. That's what happened to all those guys, the meth.
I've never done meth. I'm going on record right now. Don't tie what I just said into what he just said. I've never done meth. I'm from Detroit. We don't have nothing.
Man, like I would go to the park, to Joe's park all the time when I had to do my little assignments and shit. And I'd see like his boyfriends and stuff. And like every time I'd go out there, another tooth would be missing out of their head. So it was a big deal for me to just count how many teeth they have left, And it takes your teeth and all. I mean, they were just methed out. I mean, Joe controlled people by meth. That's what he did. And they were just all methed out of their mind. It's crazy.
Wow. So, man, you're you're in Oklahoma, you're in Texas, you're in fucking Florida. Man, you've lived like 10 different lives, James.
Well, here's my deal. I wanted to come down here 2 weeks a month and work. And then I wanted to be in Texas 2 weeks a month because that's home. And it just got down here. You can't get any help. People are stupid. The tour guides are just dangerous and shit. So I just had to come down here and just work. So, I don't want to work every day of the week, but, it's just the help these days just suck. People suck. But
yeah, there's a labor shortage, a supply chain issue. Like water sports is not, man, when people are always like, I'm going to get into water sports. I'm like, man, good luck. This is not, it's a hell of a time to get into the industry. It's never been cheap and it's, it's great, but it's also.
It's really a grind, though, man. It's a grind. I mean, you work your ass off. Like, even here with this shit, I'll have to get on the snorkel boat and be a maid, or I'll have to drive the boat, jump on a jet ski. I mean, I'm just doing it all, and I don't mind it. But man, I only got a couple more years of that stuff. I need to find some young help. But
how old are you, James?
I'm 48. I'll be 50 in 2 years. I'm gonna be too old to be riding around.
You don't look like you're 48, man.
Yeah, 48, and just too old, busting my balls on a jet ski all day.
So do people get on your shit ever, and then they're like, that they recognize you? And they're not saying anything.
People look at me and they're like looking at their phones, and they're like looking at me, and they're looking at their phones, and then looking at me, and then they'll come over, and I do a lot of fucking pictures and stuff, which is cool. I mean, it's cool. People got into that shit. I mean, I don't mind it. I'm just a normal fucking person that works every day. So people are afraid to approach you and stuff. I'm like, why?
We're all regular guys.
Everybody's just a
TV show and tigers and shit. Just a regular ass normal dude.
I hope that stripper show's retirement. that stripper sesh should be retirement. But I want to have strippers riding jet skis, and I want to make it fun, man.
And so you still own tigers to this day?
Yeah. Mine are pretty old because I've had them for years. But when they pass away, then I'm done. I don't want to do any more animals. You're a target, man. It's like kind of white water sports. You're just a target. Everybody
we know all about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like I've been targeted my whole life by feds and all this other bullshit. And it sucks fighting all the time.
Yeah, that it does, man. Water sports is. I mean, I can't imagine it's anywhere near as bad as exotic animals. I'm sure you guys are constantly being fucked with, or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I've got 4 regular cats that I'd like to get rid of, and a dog.
Yeah,
that's the extent of it. I don't like snakes. I don't like bugs. I don't like any of that shit. I don't even like to go see the tiger exhibit, man. I'm like, no, I'm all set, man. I'll be over by these cuddly monkeys or something.
Yeah, people don't realize that how much money and resources it takes, and then you always got to fucking pay these lawyers. I absolutely despise lawyers, man, and it just seems like every time I turn around, I'm giving lawyers money.
Yeah, well, I mean, water sports and man-eating ferocious tigers, James. You better have some fucking lawyers, man.
Man, they just rob you, these lawyers. Yeah, but the water sports, man, it's. I mean, I love it though. I mean, it's fun,
when people get into it, they stay for a long time. I mean, it's just there's something about being outside, and the money is good. You can work 4 or 5 months out of the year and make like a decent living. It really is a pretty sweet business, and you get to meet people are having fun. There's no better business to be in where people are coming to have fun. So,
yeah, exactly. And so I mean, I live a pretty decent life, so it's all good. I can afford to go to all my MMA events and all that bullshit. So
I saw something on Facebook, like you were with like a bunch of there was like pictures with like you and fighters and all this shit.
Yeah,
like, man, this guy's like the real deal.
I go to to all the fights, and usually I get a hookup. I got a friend that's a ring announcer, and I got a friend that's a promoter, but I've known all these people prior to Tiger King. And, the fighters are just normal people, and they're just seen Dustin Poirier in Key West, I don't know, a couple months ago. He was chilling down there. And, I mean, I'm probably one of the biggest MMA fans, and then I got friends that have gyms and stuff, but.
Dude, you're going to fuck Jeff Lowe up.
Oh, dude, I could eat donuts for the next 6 months and still whoop his ass pretty fucking easily.
So is it just the toasters that fucked you guys up, man? There was nothing like.
He's just a turd, man. Just like the things he says about women, and he's just a fucking turd. So I don't know. I think I'm going to call TMZ in the next couple of days and start picking a fight, and hopefully he does it,
Man, you heard it here first, man.
Yeah, I heard it here first.
Jeff
Breaking
Lowe
news.
James Garretson and Jeff Lowe, the fucking fight. Dude, I 100% want to be there for that. Hopefully he's got his fucking leather jacket on and his
I want MMA rules. I want to do like an MMA deal,
Yeah.
Where I could just double leg him and just fucking pound the shit out of his face for 20 minutes.
Fuck yeah, you gotta take your shirts off and shit, man. Get all fucking oiled up.
I don't know about My shirt never comes off, man. Oh, no.
No, man.
I'm not showing off the bitch titties. I'm showing them off. But yeah, I mean, God, I don't know, man. It's just a whole crazy. This whole Tiger King shit and everything was just crazy. And
it's gotta been a ride, man. Like I'm sure, like you fucking get like interviews and a little bit of fucking social following and shit like that from it.
The cameo,
I mean, I don't know.
The cameos were fun. Those little cameo shout outs and shit.
Oh, that's right. I got the Island Boys. Have you ever seen those fucking two things?
Yeah, man. I was at a fight, but they were like on the other side, and I was gonna go fuck with them because, right? Yeah, I mean they're a bunch of clowns, but they're making money. They're tearing up Cameo. They're tearing it up.
Yeah, man. I paid $65 for a 1 minute shout out because my buddy Steve. It was actually sponsors this show, so shout out Steve and
yeah.
But he's like always on TikTok, and so I got him to sing Nickelback. I had the Island Boys sing Nickelback, and then I sent it to Steve.
Really?
Yeah, and it was really awesome. It was like you'd think like the kid, like he never even heard the song. Like he thought that I wrote the poem the way he sang the song because he wasn't like never made it as a wise man. He's like never made it as a wise man, and that like island boy like weird fucking.
They're getting their little 15 minutes of fame too. So I mean they're killing it on Cameo. Yeah, I did good right when Tiger King come out because everybody wanted the cameos on the jet ski. That was my gimmick, and I'd be out there on tours just knocking out fucking videos at $100 a pop. Like,
so what do they take? What does Cameo take? Like, what's your white meat on that? I gotta know.
Oh, like how much percentage?
Yeah. What do they take?
They fuck you hard. So like a $99 Cameo was what I was charging $99, and for like it's about a 30-second video, they were getting I'd clear 62.
So they take almost 40%.
Yeah, 40. I think it's 40%. And then if you use
$60 for 30 seconds is pretty fucking good.
But then if you use Apple, they take a percentage too. So then you only get like $40. So you'd have to do it on an Android platform or whatever. But I would be out on my jet ski at the sandbar just fucking banging out videos, blah, 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 blah. And, it was good for a while. I mean, I knocked out I probably knocked out $100,000 or so in videos.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What the fuck, man?
Now I get like one or two here and there, but I mean, I still do it. But
it's mostly because you're so handsome, is what I think. Why they're mostly.
It's the double chin, man. Gets it every time.
$100,000 in fucking cameos, dude. What the fuck am I doing with my life, bro? Like, I feel like so under.
We need to get you on this stripper show, man. You can be.
Oh, I love Kevin to be on that show.
You can be a sugar daddy, or you can be I'm gonna have sugar daddies in there. You could be I mean, I think it's gonna be hot because nobody creates more drama than strippers. I mean, every time I go to a strip bar, there's fucking drama. I give this one money, not this one, and it's just a fucking shit show.
I don't know, man. There's like some like fucking like tiger owning meth addicts in Oklahoma that might challenge that theory. Pretty dramatic over there in fucking meth county. The tigers and shit, man. What the fuck?
Them fucking meth addicts, man. They're just a whole different ball game. Like I haven't seen any of them, so I haven't seen any of them since the show was filmed. But yeah, I don't get along with any of them. I just want to.
You know who I like the most on the show? Besides you, James, I do like Alan.
Glover
cracks me up. Glover, he cracks me up.
He's such a fucking retard, He's just like during the whole murder for hire shit. He was drunk and killed out the whole time. Like, this motherfucker didn't even know what he was doing. Like he was just, I'll go kill her. I'll go kill her. I'll go kill her.
He took the money. He took the money and had no intentions of doing anything. That guy wouldn't hurt a fly.
Guy couldn't.
How much did they pay him?
$3,000.
$3,000 for a fucking hit.
That was a down payment.
Yeah, he probably went to the gas station and bought a 12-pack.
No, you know what he really did, right? He went to South Carolina. What he really did is he went back to South Carolina. He never went to Tampa. The feds say he went to Tampa. He never went to Florida. He went back there, bought 2 hookers and a shitload of cocaine, and rented a hotel for a week. That's what he did with the $3,000.
Yeah, it doesn't.
If I had $3,000, that's probably what I'd do too. To be honest with you,
he was sucking cocaine off of strippers' asses and stuff, and whatever. We all love to do that shit. Not cocaine, but whatever.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, that. So Alan is just a fuck up, and now he's changing his story and trying to get Joe out of jail.
Wasn't Alan his husband, right? Wasn't Alan?
No, Alan wasn't his husband. Alan was Jeff Lowe's employee for years. So Jeff Lowe basically conned this motherfucker into being a hitman, and it's just Alan is just a drunk. So I mean, I don't know. I think they ought to just go ahead and let fucking Joe out and be done with it because it's all, Jeff Lowe conned a lot of it and whatever. But I don't know. He might get out.
Joe has cancer too, right? So I mean,
Joe has a little mild case.
Little mild,
cancer.
Okay.
Hey, listen. So like me and a buddy of mine were talking last night, and fuck it, so like we'll shout out him too because he owns Tiger Bar in Key West. So it's Tiger King. He's the executive chef for Tiger Bar, and he goes, man. When I first the first two episodes of Tiger King, I thought it was a mockumentary. Like I thought it was completely scripted. I didn't realize until 3 shows in this was a true story. I was like,
it would have. They could have made it a lot better. I mean, Tiger King 2 sucked. I mean, they could have done it a lot better, but
once I found out you owned a jet ski company, I was watching it. I was invested in it, and then I was like, stop the press. This guy owns a fucking water sport company. The meme guy, fucking Tiger King, fucking assassin, fucking bullshit. All this stuff owns a jet ski company. Turn off the show, kids. We're fucking daddy's got to go to work.
Yeah, that's why people couldn't figure out, like, why is the fat motherfucker riding the jet ski at the end of the show? And nobody could figure it out because nobody knew I owned jet skis or whatever. They're just like, what's this motherfucker doing in here? You know, some of the reviews were crazy because, you know, like the cinematic people, they were like, that's the most random shit I ever fucking seen. Because they couldn't put it, like, why is this guy on a jet ski? So, I mean, it was pretty creative. And then the Eye of the Tiger fucking song. So, I mean, those directors knew what they were doing when they did it. But, you know, I don't know.
Oh, man. Yeah, and then I found out a bunch of, like, people I know you down in Key West. You know, like, my buddy who sold you the boat. I was like, what the fuck, dude? You know, I got, like, a water sports podcast. You telling me the fucking somebody from the Tiger King, you know that person. Like, you need to put them in contact with me. We need to get them on the fucking show.
Yeah, don't you know Devin? You know Devin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
my
mechanic, dude. I think that guy is the best jet ski mechanic. He's the best jet ski mechanic down here by far.
Do you fucking take him up to Texas and feed your tigers and shit?
No.
No, you're not going to give him Carol Baskin's dead body.
I wouldn't want to upset their stomachs, feed them that bitch. I mean, really, Carol is just a turd, man. I can't really emphasize how much I hate her, you know?
I see it on your social, bro. You're fucking like, you're serious about it.
I tag the sheriff all the time too, and you know he's not very happy with me tagging him in shit. And he was in Key West celebrating the first. I went down there and looked all over for that motherfucker, the sheriff. I was going to go down there and give him some shit, but you know, the sheriff.
Wait, the sheriff of what?
Carroll's County, the one that won't prosecute her. So his father-in-law is well connected. He's a DeBartolo. You know who DeBartolo is? He owned the 49ers.
Okay. A
billionaire that donates to Big Cat Rescue. So there's some conflicts and shit. So I always tag him on posts and stuff.
Do you sleep, man? Like, you're like heavily invested into this shit, dude. You're running jet ski tours, man. Like, dude, you're all over the fucking place.
I'll sleep when I die.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why you look young, bro. That's why you don't look like you're 48. I'm not feeding you shit either. I mean, for a heavy-set dude.
I feel 48.
Like, gee, you look younger, though. I thought we were going to be like, I thought you're right around 40. I thought we were the same age. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, too. I would tell you, I'd be like, dude, you're fucking, bro, you look terrible. But you don't.
I appreciate it, man.
You're okay. I cut nobody slack on this fucking show, man. But
don't cut anybody slack, period, you know?
No.
Tell it like it is, and if they don't like you. I mean, everybody has haters, you know? We all have haters.
I don't. I'm universally loved, bro.
You don't have haters?
I don't, dude, Craig. Maybe the county, maybe the Okaloosa County hates me. I guess I got.
Hey, I gotta ask y'all one favor. Can we pause for 1 second? I gotta take a massive piss.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm gonna. Yeah, we
gotta wrap.
Are we good? Okay.
Yeah, actually, I just gotta ask one question for James. For people listening, I mean, you've been in this business for a long time. We just like to ask, you know, our guests, like, what are like some words of advice for someone just getting going? Like, what would you say to someone that's just starting out a new jet ski business?
Well, man, I wouldn't suggest jet skis. I would suggest go to the pontoon boats, more money. But, you know, jet skis are just kind of, man, I don't know, man. I'm worried about the jet ski business as a whole, like the insurance. And I kind of worry about the business because a couple of these insurance companies fold up, and then what are we going to do then, guys? So, you know, I think we're facing some problems that we need to try to work out. And, you know, people are too sue happy, and these lawyers that just, you know, pick on, you know, jet ski companies, and we always have to add stuff to our waivers and stuff. I mean, I don't know. We're being attacked. That's for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
We talked about it much, man. But brother, dude, thank you so much for carving out a piece of your day for us.
Oh, anytime,
man.
Guys.
It's one of the most entertaining fucking episodes we've ever had. We're gonna blast it out to the world.
Hell
and
yeah.
fucking,
we're gonna get some hate though. Watch, they're gonna be like, you're gonna see the comments like, not this fucking motherfucker. You know,
you can't listen. We're already low enough. Like water sport people are low on the totem pole, unfortunately. So you can't go any lower than where we're at right now.
I tell my UFC friends that fight in the UFC, I said, man, don't tag me in their shit. People are gonna start hating and talking shit and putting little rat memes and stuff, you know. And you know, people are just crazy, man. There's a lot of keyboard warriors. I've never gotten any hate in person. It's always on the keyboard, so I'm good.
Well, you get nothing love from the Awkward Watersports guys, bro, man.
Thanks
And
for having
James,
me, guys, and we'll see you down in Destin here pretty soon.
Yeah, and James is in the Facebook group, so if you want to ask him or tag him or say, it's a safe place. Join our Facebook group, Watersport and Tour Professionals.
And if there's any tour guides out here running around, I need a couple of them bad.
All right.
I'll do that, man.
All right, guys.
All right,
Thanks, James.
Thanks, brother.
All right, brother.
Yeah, you too, man. Bye-bye.